It's the Cable Gathering Show.
Easy Gush. Easy Avacyn's Pilgrim. I'm gonna get Avacyn's Pilgrim. Avacyn's, a lot of people would take Mox Jet here, and Mox Jet, like, yeah, I mean, it's a good card and everything. But, like, one of these taps for a black, and another one of these taps for a white, right? So you already have, like, Pilgrim fixes for white. And if you can cast it, then you already have green. So, like, that's 2 colors accounted for. Mox Jet only counts for 1 color. Avacyn's Pilgrim attacks. Mox Jet doesn't attack. Mox Jet's vulnerable to, like, shatter effects. Avacyn's Pilgrim, invulnerable to shatter effects. If they duress you, they can take the Mox Jet. They can't take the Pilgrim. Is Might and Magic the strategy game? Heroes of Might and Magic is the strategy game. This is a heck of a pack. I'm gonna snag this Shieldred. It's kind of a late mana drain, huh? I really want to take Emrakul. I'm a huge softie for an Emrakul. I think with the Shieldred start, you're typically trying to be like blue-black twist effects, like Time Twister and such. Is there a list of stips that I accept, or do I just decide when something's requested? The second one. There's a few that, like, I'm just, like, not gonna do, but most people that have been around have a pretty good idea about that. I like people to check first, because, like, sometimes I just won't want to do any, right? Saves us all some grief. Or, like, if there's already a stip in the queue, I don't want people stacking up multiple in a row, that sort of thing, so this avoids that, too. Yeah, looking at the Vista, looking at the Ponder. I'm gonna take the Vista. We have pretty demanding color requirements right from the get-go. On color Mox, though. I'm tempted by the Snuff Out. I do like me some free spells. I'm gonna take True Name. Attempt to draft while in a cage fight. I'd do that for the right step. Big fan of Baleful Mastery. I like Xander's Lounge here. I like the Currency Converter, too. I'm gonna take the Lounge, I guess. Do I like Stern Scolding? Not typically. I find that it tends to, like, rot in my hand. Look at that Lotus Petal. Look at that Night's Whisper. I'll take the Petal here. I do like Whisper, but there'll probably be other card draw spells. There are no nickels in this cube. What's the secret step? The secret step was somebody had messaged me off screen about a step in which I don't tell chat what the step is, and chat has to try and guess what the step is based on my picks. And then as soon as chat, and then what I didn't tell chat was that every time the step was guessed, I would change steps. And then at the end, I revealed that that was the step, and how many times I'd had to switch. Gosh, is good with Frog. Kind of don't hate the Doomsday option, though. Is this a step? No, it would be in the overlay if this was a step. Not a thing that I hide. Feeling mighty ancestralist today. How about y'all? A Mox and a Recall? Don't mind if I do. Let's take this Force of Will, huh? I like a Force. That's a good point, Blender. I would hide it if I was doing an extra secret step, where you had to guess if I was doing a step or not. I guess I can just Never avoid that question until the day I die, huh? That won't be exhausting or anything. I actually want that 1 mana rebuy thing to come back. Not taking it over sewers, but like it's pretty good with recall, huh? Or mana drain. Wow, now my pack come. You'll be asking at my funeral? not to sound grim or threatening. I love it. So Preordain's a great card, and it plays pretty well with this Force of Will. There's also an Umezawa's, which can just like carry with the true name. Maybe that's too boomer of me, though. I'm going to take the Preordain. Hey, Azala, thanks for 27 months. Caleb on his wedding day. Chat, is this a step? I mean, weddings are kind of the ultimate stipulation draft, if you think about it. I don't know if I'll describe it to my fiance that way. You're forever pack one, pick one. Yeah, the one that won't get power crept. Is that how I start my vows? I haven't started writing my vows yet. That's like the main thing that I haven't done yet. Everything else is either like planned, locked in, or like most of the way there. We're both romantics, though. So, I'll write something sappy. And it should land well. Think about Metamorph. I kind of like the Bone Shards, too. I guess we already have Baleful Mastery. In terms of cards that can answer. Planeswalkers, Sunken Ruins Wield. Love to see it. Hey, sweetie. Oh, we're out of avocado. Cool. Well, thanks for the salad. Hey, the Storm Chaser's Talent Wield. Webster's Dictionary describes marriage as is a great opener. Love that. I'm sure somebody's used that in there as like a best man speech. Yeah, I don't think there's a danger of that, Eric. When we first started wedding planning, I did suggest that my vows could be cargo shorts based. Like these many luxurious pockets, our relationship has all these avenues and adventures to go on. Many more places to explore. That didn't land though. She vetoed the cargo shorts wedding. Ooh. Couple good blue wheelables there, too. All the stuff I could hold in my pockets, right? I could even carry the rings in there. It's a good hymn deck. I'm going to take Sync, though. Random spell land that pitches to Force. Oh, I kind of dig the Treasure Cruise. Hold on. Sort of like a second recall. Alright. Lorraine would be awesome for the same reason, but we're going to grab Time Spiral. Finally get a little bit of a combo with that Shieldred. Frog one time. I think we're a bit late for Frog. Although I guess it's pack 3, huh? I think I'm going to throw Grave Titan in here. Trying probably fits the deck better than Grave. I want that Urborg, though. Yeah, it's either Oculus or Treasure Cruise, huh? I think it's a late Kaido. I don't think Kaido's very good. I've seen it not win a lot of games, we'll put it that way. Yeah, I like Dark Ritual for the turn 2 Shielded. Like a turn 1 Revenant would be okay. But besides that, it's not doing a lot here, I don't think. I guess I could Ritual into the top end. I like the Bronco with the Moxen to play it on turn 1. Get drawing cards early. Maybe this is fine. We have like multiple cantrips and a recall. Lotus Petal. Even play one more island, maybe. This is 10 blue sources. And 10 black. Yeah, let's do one more island. Is this all the ninjas in the cube? Yeah, I think so. You are Spongled. I'd love to be Spongled. They seem like a fun band to see live. Or a fun artist. Justice for you guys. Justice for Mutable. Hell yeah, Pirtle. Day 12. That was a sick fucking opener on their part. Even if I had Force of Will, I still would have popped off. What are we eating today? Just a salad, a steak salad. Some feta cheese, olive oil. Nice. Opponent's over there with a username Garrick is life. They're spitting out reanimated Atraxas on turn 2. Well, it's false advertising, in my opinion. Hope they don't reanimate my Shielded. Alright. Time to collect half their hand. Some people don't like him to Turok against Reanimator because he can backfire if they're just like missing a discard outlet. But you're also like just likely to get their reanimation effects, right? Or their lands or what have you. Yeah, I like that. Perfect. Perfect him to Turok, no notes. Thought briefly about Cruin. Glad I ran out with the Lotus Petal. I almost like sandbagged it as just like stuff to loot away to Malcolm, but I think we're just gonna lock the scheme up pretty quickly. Just leaving up the Drowner. Makes sense there. Collective Brutality, interesting here too. I'm just gonna jam though. For a Shaman to be a graveyard hate spell, you'd also have to play green. People used to splash green for Shaman. And Legacy, and like play like a single Bayou in their Grixis deck and stuff. One of the big issues with Grief, not only does it give your reanimation effects like redundant targets, but it also just makes Graveyard Hate like kind of bad. You missed Deathrite in Legacy. Why would I preordain? It's a Storm Chaser's talent. I was looking for something worth casting. Yeah, tempting to mana drain that in case they're ramping for a land. But they might just draw land anyway, if that's the case. I'm still gonna Shinobi here. Just using my mana drain mana to rebuy my mana drain. Well, that was pretty unfortunate. Those are both cards I would prefer they drew. Sure thing. When I hit my 6th mana, so I can play Shieldred and hold up Drain. I'm going to play the Shieldred in my 2nd main. So if we get into a counter war. Actually, maybe I'll just Malcolm. Let's just Malcolm. And then Malcolm can like loot away the Chrome Mox instead of the Chrome Mox 2 for 1ing me. Chrome Mox, excellent if you're like playing a Bob or something on turn 1, but not really the card you want to use this late. You play the Shieldred pre-combat, you get to gain 2 life from the Malcolm, but you get a little bit more info this way, and if they're sitting on a removal spell, like there's a good chance to kill Malcolm, but they're more likely to kill your Shieldred if you lead on it. Other than my wedding day, are there any other days where stream plans had to get created for the 365? There's a couple of events I turned down. Like there was a Team Sealed event that I had to no serve. I did play some like larger tournaments last time, but the fewer of them, the better. Just make my life a little easier. I didn't mean to click reveal hand there. It just like pops up. And that's when I was sick and had just what an SCG open. So while I was doing that stream, there was two of me on the Twitch page because they were doing a replay of the SCG Open. So I was there on the coverage and running my own stream. Kind of cute. But that's about what you could expect. Like if I don't if I don't find a way to stream my wedding, I'll still do a 2-hour stream that morning. Little hype stream. You think I have to play at least one one match for it to count? Well, that's certainly going to happen. Assuming that it's a Magic stream, right? Well, that criteria doesn't really fit the variety streams and such. Or IRL streams. Yeah, good thing you have no say in this, huh, JRC? Yeah, I'd like to hold myself to at least the standard that I set 9 years ago. That went over pretty well. People seem to enjoy it. Haven't watched any good movies or shows lately. I finished Andor the other day. Been watching a little bit of Star Trek Enterprise, not very much. Holy crap, that intro, that theme song is rancid. For trash television, there's a barbecue show on Netflix that I've been watching. Maybe trash television's the wrong word, but you get what I mean. Turn off your brain and veg out television. Thoughts on Andor? I liked it. I didn't like it as much as season 1, but I did enjoy it. I don't understand your question, Master Control. Season 1, pretty hard to top. And then, like, I get why they did the time skips and stuff, so they could fit, like, 5 seasons into a 1-season show. But I did think that it collapsed some of the, like, character motivations that would have felt more natural if they had more time. There were a couple of times where there'd be a character shift, and I'd be like, okay, that feels a little rushed, but I get it. I'll go with it. Still a lot of delicious tension. That's something that show, like, absolutely crushes out of the park. Better Call Saul had some really good tension, too. Just a masterful control of pacing and stuff. Oh, Faith of the Heart. Yeah, no, I don't have faith. What an odd thing, by the way, for a Star Trek show to have be the song lyric. And have Faith of the Heart. That was just, like, the least Star Trek thing I can imagine. Should we overfill? Yeah, let's overfill. I don't have to draw this garbage later. Oh, we can show off how many more cards we drew to our opponent. Our Torsten comrade. Oh, I didn't have to discard that much. Nice. What if we touched Torsten's in the battlefield? This fucking song. This is way too quiet. I really like blasting this one in the middle of the night when it's all dark out and feel like I'm just like slowly going insane. Haven't slept in 3 days. Just that's a good vibe. I wish I had a shielded in play, huh? All these treasure cruises and arrows floating around. I wonder if they have a draw 7 over there. If they don't block, I could Shinobi a bank and then Metamorph Torsten again. Hmm. 3 mana and 2 life for a full grip and a 7/7 plus 7/1/1s is a yes. I mean, we paid full for that clone. No 2 life required. They have Slayer Academy and Gaia's Cradle, huh? Double dipping. Well, we can clear the Teferi. Get a Shinobi hit in. Maybe a Malcolm loot. Probably not a Malcolm loot. Should really be getting this shielded down, huh? Oh well. Bunch of garbage. Yeah, not loving my odds currently. I'll feel a little bit better once I finally get this shielded down. Not sure about this Malcolm. I guess I trade off. Have the shielded down. You can just fucking take that hit, huh? It just would have been my entire turn instead of double ninjing. I thought double ninjing was better, but it might not have been, huh? It doesn't help that like half of their deck is card draw. They got to play it all before I get the shielded down. And they didn't really play any removal, so like if I just slammed it, it would have been quite good. Now they've got Oko. Gonna need a pretty good draw here. That wasn't it. Like, we can cash in our Planeswalker and tap down the Uro. But then the bird chumps the Shinobi and they untap, and then Oko hits my Shielded. And they draw the cards. I guess the Bronco draws a card. Saddle up! Treasure Cruise. Kind of wish I'd served them all in the face there. I was thinking that the 6 mana, like Time Spiral, was my best hit. It's kind of wild. Maybe I have to pitch Metamorph. Yeah, the issue here is that the Oko just turns off the Shieldred now. And then they're just like totally fine. Maybe totally fine's an overstatement. They're still at 6. We have a bunch of 3/3s. I wonder if this counter ends up being clutch. It's a lot of mana getting tapped. Is the cat a May? It is not a May. I want to activate this. Spit out some 1/1s. Wait, have I not rebought anything yet? I thought I rebought something like 1,000,000,000 years ago. Alright, well. That seems pretty good. There's a 1 in 12 chance of a crude Bronco just killing them. You know what I should have done instead of activating this? I should have preordained to see if I could set that up, and then it'd be like way better of a chance, right? Because this doesn't target. So I wouldn't have won anyway. Awesome. Yeah, hard for them to kill me without decking, like, through attacks and such. Because this doesn't appear to be a May. Wild little game, huh? I'm gonna bring in one of my hate cards because we saw Uro and Treasure Cruise, so maybe it'll just end up being good. I'll cut like Revenant. Oh, I'll cut Goyf. The issue with Goyf is that they just like seem to gum up the ground pretty well. So it's nice and efficiently costed, but probably won't get to attack in very well. All right, I am going to run a quick break while I go get some water because I'm out of water. And then I think I'm going to give myself a nice beverage. I'll be back in a couple. All right. Hand's a little iffy. I'm going to keep it. Refilled my water. Got a huge honking cup of rum here. I was going to turn one Ledger Shredder, but now I guess I hold on to Ledger Shredder to pitch to Force of Will, and then save my Lotus Petal for a potential turn 3 Shieldred. White mana. Is this prismatic? It is. Okay, sure. Alright, I'm going to Shredder into Petal then. We'll have another blue card for the old Force of Will. I guess. Show me what you got. Burrow in 5 minutes, Fairy Hum. Got some loots in there. Still haven't found a black source. I think Shieldred's like exceptional against them is why I didn't bin Shieldred, and I could have like played the Kaido and done tempo-y Kaido things, I guess. Didn't really expect to just never hit a black source ever, but like we went through another 7 card. We went through a whole ass another opener. Still haven't found a swamp. Yeah, that would be a good thing to have a Shieldred down before it resolved, This is a tilt and a half, I tell you what. What genre of music is that song considered? Voices by Virtual Self? Maybe a house or something. Oh, it's Porter Robinson. That was just the name of the EP. Genres: electro house, synth pop. The genre that album gives, though, is trance or neo-trance. Oh, did they not ending large enough to kill the Ledger Shredder? They must have like done the same color on accident. That's wild. They're just off it. They're just fucking off it and just like, all right, done. Oh my god, I would have had Shieldred down. Hey, the Monkey Butlers, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing that Prime. Big cheers. I have not, Kylock. Do you have any advice? I've been enjoying my Magic 7. I haven't really desired modern luxuries. I'm gonna try the Commander Cube once for science. I did at Wobbles. I did the free draft last night. Game took like an hour or something. Didn't seem like my kind of thing. Am I gonna keep cubing in single limbs or mainly play other formats? So single limb cubes will be there for on days when I don't have time to prep decks and stuff. But I'll be mixing in some constructed formats and such. Play some new set limited when that comes out, that sort of thing. If I played MTG Forge Adventure, I tried to download it and get it working, but I didn't put much time into it. Shoop. A free Spyglass Siren? How do we lose? The merge mod that lets you play 6 through 8 in the same game and travel to each continent with the same party. That's kind of fun. Shouldn't have played my land before hitting them with Shinobi here. Oh, fun, Jamalin. Yeah, it certainly seems like my kind of thing, doesn't it? The Forge thing. Oh, Wild Dinkstorm. Yeah, those are the ones that I haven't played. The early ones. I've only played 6, 7, and 8. That's not true. I tried to play 9, and oh my god. Did whoever developed that game just not understand why those games were fun at all? Just no idea. And then they made I think they made like an MMO out of it too, but it was turn based or something. I demoed it at Gen Con one year, but I didn't never actually bothered installing. How we went after the Shinobi miss? They didn't have anything. They didn't have anything going on. Easily is how we won after the Shinobi miss. It did not take me very long to realize that 9 was a piece of garbage. They like tried to overhaul the graphics and just made it look like ugly as shit. 6, 7, 8 all have these like bright landscapes and stuff. They're like interesting. 9 was all like dark and muddy. And then they removed like the parts of the game that were like original to it and like earnest and stuff. Or like probably like quaint and old fashioned. They tried to like modernize. Like when you go in a shop, they made you have to like fucking walk up to the shopkeeper and stuff. And it was like the old rooms were so good. And you don't realize how much time they saved you to just like click on the door and be in the dialogue screen until you actually have to walk into the room, walk around, find the shopkeeper, talk to him. What is 3D? Isn't this immersive? Anyway, I'm rambling about games that came out decades ago. My nerd rage will never be quenched. There's a capital city in 9 with 2 NPCs. Yeah. A bustling hubbub. Yeah, but it was like part of the Might and Magic series, Hipster MD. I completely like threw off the vibes of the game. I guess I want a ninjutsu then, save the mana, because then I can ninjutsu and Bronco. God, is Kaido just gonna save my ass? Yeah, go to sleep, giant robot. Giant, trampling, indestructible robot. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Destined Sword. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 2 months there. Yeah, that's what I would have done too with the Chandra. We'll see how this turn goes. Poorly. This turn's going poorly. Oh, they didn't untap the Blightsteel. Yeah, Manifold Key can untap an artifact, and I guess they missed that part. Maybe in their head, their brain, the key was there for making Blightsteel unblockable, so they didn't think about how they could have untapped. We had 2 blockers. I was trying to keep the Kaido alive as long as possible, so I gave him the chance to like miss the untap. And then I wouldn't have been like dead if they had seen it. Until the headliner came down, of course. I'm like weirdly tempted by this hand. Just turn one to Malcolm. Alright, I guess I'm keeping a different 0 lander. Made my land drop though. Never punished. You think the keep should have been punished? Looked good to me. One thing about I really do like Treasure Cruise more in Ancestral Recall decks because the Ancestral Recall just like gives you a bunch of things. It just like draws you into your next recall basically. Exerting the arena. Yeah, that's fine. Hot diggity. Does a Strix Caw? When they're owls, right? So they hoot. I was talking to a animator about having a new set of screens, intro, exit, waiting, stream starting soon, stream ending, that sort of thing. And the And I was really unsure if I should have a Baleful Strix in the bank. Because a Baleful Strix kind of just looks like an owl, right? But like owl's like kind of a sweet bird, kind of wizardly. Definitely got to have Sir Barrington in there, guarding the old entrance and such. I kind of want Sir Barrington to like eat an intruder, like eat a kobold or something.